Oh, G Funky Boxing. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. This way you don't miss any time I go live, drop new videos, all that good stuff, guys. All right. Look, we ain't wasting no time today, man. The phone line's already open. If anybody wants to call in, the phone number is right there on the screen. All right. Um, look, funny stuff, man, happened here. I'm gonna put this out there first. I didn't watch this fight live on Saturday night. Actually, here it was in the afternoon, around 2 p.m. The fight card started. I took the family out, took them to the park, spent some time with the family. You know, that's kind of the hard thing when fights are on early here in the U.S. It's not easy to watch them all. So I came home about 6. I want to say 6 p.m. This fight was already over, so I watched it. And I felt Usyk was winning comfortably. You can maybe give Dubois 1-2 rounds if you're being nice, up to that the low blow, which is what we're going to talk about here, right? But other than that, you can't give him much more than that. But I'll say this, man. In my opinion, that was not a low blow the way that a lot of people have been describing it on Twitter. Well, actually, it's called X now. I'm sorry. Uh, a lot of people are doing, and this is, and I said this uh, last night, I believe. I put out a post and I said, "Look, this is exactly why I'm so hard on fanboys, because these guys just can't be honest, man. They can't be honest about what happened here. These dudes are acting like this was a Golada hitting Bo in the nuts. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. And Usyk, look, he's the leading candidate right now for actor of the year on this channel, because the guy was really laid out, rolling around. There's even video of him where it looks like he's kind of like shaking, like his arm is shaking. He's in so much pain from being hit in the balls, being hit so low. Just, I mean, dude, come on now. Come on now. The shot was literally on the belt line, a borderline shot. That's where the punch landed. Now, I see a lot of people are reciting rules, right, from the ABC of boxing. And look, I'm not saying that they're wrong, but the problem is this: if the referee says certain shots are allowed during the fight, then that's what you got to go off of, man. We're not just going to go off of the rules. We got to go off what the referee counts as a low blow. Now, here's the problem with that, okay? Here is the problem. We didn't hear that included in the final instructions for this fight. And I'm going to play the video right now for you guys. Let's check it out.
Some of that muscle mass off his frame. So it looks like he's going to want to use speed in combinations. In combination.
All he said was, I gave you your instructions in the dressing room, which is normal, right? But we don't know what he determined amongst the fighters in their dressing rooms as to what is a low blow and what isn't. And the reason why that happens is because certain fighters will wear their trunks either above the navel or below it. And even in some cases, we've seen where fighters had their trunks below the navel, and the referee will still say, hey, look, shots on the belt line are still good. That was the case in the rematch between Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. You can clearly see Kovalev had his trunks below the navel, and Tony Weeks touched his belt line and said, right here is good. Anything below that is not. Touching his belt line. So that wasn't determined. So I really think that that's where where we need to get some answers, man. Hopefully some video surfaces. I know often we'll get stuff from a lot of fans in the UK, whatever network they watch it on. Sometimes they get different stuff than we do here in the US. I know that with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, with all the controversy in the second fight, a lot of videos came from the UK showing Fury's hands being wrapped, JD's being there. Like we didn't see that here in the United States on the pay-per-view. So, it's we hopefully we get something, man, because that's gonna get rid of a lot of stuff that's been out there right now. Dan Rayfield, Mike Coppinger, these guys are just going way overboard with some of the shit they were saying, man. Like Dan said this, and I actually reposted what he said, but this is what he said. Let's be clear, the shot in the 5th round was 100% a low blow. Glove totally in the white below the belt line of Usyk's trunks, which were pretty low to begin with. Now, I completely disagree with that. Ishe Smith, former fighter, was the first person to say something underneath that tweet where he said it was borderline on the belt line. No, it was not a clear low blow. I will have to disagree. And I agree with Ishe. I disagree with Dan as well. Coppinger saying things like, man, this thing was low. It was not even close. Like, come on, man. What do you mean not even close? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. His trunks were high. You couldn't even see. You could not see where his navel was. Let me go back to the final instructions before the first bell, right? Let's go back and watch that.
Took some of that muscle mass off his frame.
Okay, let me remove the number real quick so we can see if we see anything, all right? Let's go back.
Trimmed down and took some.
I see it clearly covered there. So if the referee is going to use the navel as the border, right? Well, we can't see it there on either guy. So if it lands on that belt line, that should be fine. I don't see a problem. I'm gonna get into some. You guys need to remove this. I'm gonna get into some comments here, and then I'm gonna show you guys some more video. Actually, you know what? Let me show the video first. And actually, let me show this first, right? Because this is what's been floating around on the internet, right? From guys who are claiming that this was such a horrible low blow, right? They're stopping it right there, and they're saying, "Look at that. That's clearly low." Now, look, if that punch actually landed right there where it looks like it's gonna go, yeah, that's a low blow. Fuck yeah, it is. But that's not where the punch landed. These motherfuckers are being dishonest, man. Like this is the type of shit that irritates the fuck out of me, man, about fanboys. They'll run with shit like this and then people believe it. Like, come on, man. This is not what happened. Look, there's impact right there. That's clearly on the belt line. You can see it. Here's another view. Look. That's not this come on, this is way deceiving, right? People say, "Oh, pictures don't lie." No, they don't, but people do. And the people that are using this picture and saying that this was such a low blow, they're lying to you, man. That's not what the fuck happened. That's not what happened here, man. Let's watch the video now. Let's watch it. Let me grab it. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Real time.
Oh, c'est même pas un coup bas.
C'est pas si bas que ça, effectivement.
Non, c'est pas un coup bas. Il y a un peu de...
He's hurt, guys. He's clearly hurt. Look at
Oh, c'est...
that thing lands right on the belt line, man. I don't understand what people are looking at, man. Like, oh my God, this is so low, you know? No, man, it wasn't. Look at that. Come on. Now, the referee had a great shot, had a great angle at this. He's standing literally right across from them, and he could see exactly what's going on here where this punch landed. And I agree with my friend Joe Habib, where he said he thinks that the referee reacted to Usyk's reaction to the punch, which indicates that he got hit in the nuts, right? The way that he acted. And so he ran with it, man. And here's another thing. This is why I put in the title, it was an award-worthy acting job by Usyk, because the guy literally, and I clocked it today, guys, and you could do this yourself too. 3 minutes and 48 seconds of a break he got from the time that he went down from this body shot to the time the referee said, time in. Almost 4 minutes, man. For a punch that wasn't even on the nuts. But he was acting like it was on the nuts. Rolling all around like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, that was the funniest shit I seen, man. I'm just, when I seen that first happen, I'm just like, the angle was so bad that they showed the replay that Usyk's back is to the camera where they're showing it, like you can't see. But then when they showed the other angle, and he's fucking still breathing all hard and stretching out, and like, come on, man. Now, I'm gonna say this too, because I've also put this in the title. Did that acting job rob Dubois of being the unified heavyweight champion? Look, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that are saying that they feel that Dubois should be the unified champ right now at heavyweight. That Usyk was knocked out. Look, I don't know. One thing I do know, that shot hurt him to the body. And he's got a history of doing this type of stuff. Same thing with Joshua. I know he's been dropped a couple times in the amateurs from body shots. So, yeah, he's soft in the body. But the way he was acting, man, that was ridiculous. And the referee, man. And again, he didn't make it clear in the final instructions what's good and what's not. But I just don't see a low blow, man. I don't. That shit was right on the line. And if we can't see the navel because it's covered by the trunks, then if it lands right on that belt line, we have to assume that's right on the navel, which is legal. Anything below that is not. So for me, no, I'm not buying it, man. I'm sorry. Team Batman is here. Let's see. Larry here says, personally, I thought it was a low blow under the navel and hit the bladder. There is a reason why the rule is called no testicle shots, but no punches below the belt line. Well, I agree with that, but at the last part, I just don't agree with it being low. And that's because there's a virtual unprotected organs under that belt line. Like, for example, the bladder. Okay, I got you. Yeah, all the rules have a reason, you know. If you punch yourself in the actual stomach and then afterwards punch yourself slightly above the crotch area, you will feel that as well. If anyone ever sparred, they will know that getting hit in the bladder. Yeah, I just don't think that was in the bladder, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Larry. I don't think that shot was in the. I think that was literally right on the navel from what I could see. Stephanie says Dubois quit in the ninth. He didn't want the belts that bad. You will see him quit again when he gets taken into deep waters and put under pressure. Yeah, he's starting to gain a reputation of that. That's for sure. Unfortunately, those punches at the end didn't look too hard, and I think it was more fatigue than anything that Dubois just said, I had enough. But they say they're going to protest. I mean, good luck. How often do we see these things get overturned? We don't see it. One angle of the shot shows that it isn't a low blow, but another angle shows it's a bit lower. I think it's a slippery slope. Well, it again, it's the referee's decision. His decision, just like the judges, right? We could come on here, all of us, and complain or agree with the judges, but their scorecards are the only ones that matter. Just like the referee's uh decision is the only one that matters. That's all we can go with. I just disagree. I feel like he. I feel like Joe. I agree with Joe B. I think he's right. If Usyk hits Dubois with that same punch right on the belt line, and he goes down, he's counting. That's what I think, man. Round one says not only was it not a low blow, but we seen the way Usyk reacted to other body shots after. Yeah, I kept complaining about it. Yep. Boxing pound for pound Jackson. Give that man an Oscar. He's a better actor than Zelensky. I think there was some acting there for sure, man. He was buying time because he was hurt. As far as him beating the count, I have no idea if he would have done it or not. I'm not gonna sit here and say he was out, you know. I don't know. I think again, if the referee starts counting, more than likely, I think Usyk probably gets up. But I don't know for sure. I cannot say for sure, man. I'm sorry. Puerto Rican Rum, what's up, brother? Thank you so much, Team Batman, for I know you and I have been doing some stuff on X today. Let's see. Larry says, honestly, I don't see the big deal on this issue. We saw a borderline low blow shot, and I think it's really sad that it takes away from Usyk's masterclass performance. Well, I mean, it's because of the way he reacted, for at least for me. That's the way I feel about it. I feel like he really sold that punch as he got hit in the nuts. I think there's even I'm about to go back and look at this, but I think he even actually like grabbed his nuts to say like, yeah, let me hold them in place because they're hurting right now. That's what it looked like to me. So yeah, that to me that's a clear acting job. He did not get hit in the nuts. Uh, Team Batman is 100% clean. I mean, I think it's clean too. I think it's right on the border, man. Dubois 100% quit, then got into deep water and was under pressure. Dubois, yeah, man, it was disappointing. I thought he was gonna fight better, man. I'll be quite honest with you. Would have been the worst heavyweight champion since Trevor Bryan. Oh shit. Let's see. Dubois didn't want the belts. He quit in the biggest fight of his life. Yeah, we'll see what they do. Him and Frank Warren. Um, as far as trying to protest this thing, like I said, good luck. You think it was the middle of the belt line? I don't know, man. For me, it didn't seem like that, guys. We got a call coming in, guys. Give me a second. Oh, and we lost a caller just as I was getting ready to get him on the air. Sounded like he was driving, so go ahead and give us a call back, man. Maybe it was just the area or something, man. But I'll be here for at least another 30, 40 minutes, man. I'm just hanging out this afternoon with you guys, man, talking about this stuff. My man Kamikaze says, salute G Funky. Just hop on the stream. What are your thoughts on this? Is this a robbery? I don't know, man. It's too hard to say because I don't know if Usyk gets up or not. I don't know. If the referee starts counting it like it's a good body shot, which he should have, in my opinion, does he get up? I don't know. I have no idea, man. I'm not gonna act like uh like I do know. Bruce Gas is here. What's going on, Bruce? What's happening, man? Check my guy out, man. Bruce talks about a lot of old school fights. Talk about current fights too, but also he's a jazz man like myself. So, yeah, check him out. Team Batman says he was squirming on the ground for about 4 minutes. Yeah, it was almost 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 48 seconds is what I counted. And no, like I agree with this, Larry. It doesn't have to be right on the nuts to hurt, but that shot, I think it was clean, man. You can't see where his navel is. And here's another thing too that I've been seeing. Tony Bellew and he's been floating around a picture of Usyk after the fight where he's got his navel out. The fight's over, and oh, that's what I want to show. Hold on. That's why I got this other video for. Check this out, guys. Because Bellew was floating that around, right? But it was obvious that Usyk had pulled his shorts down. Right? So here we go. Look at this. Guys, I didn't see no navel there while he was jumping all around. Look at that. You see it? I don't see it there. I don't see it at all, man. Again, these guys aren't being honest, man. They're not being honest about this thing. Like, oh yeah, you could clearly see it was no, man, it's not clear. It's not clear. It's a borderline shot, man. That's what it is. Dimitri OG, someone said he got punched on the up nuts. Oh boy. That's hilarious. Dubois threw yeah, I mean, I didn't like the way that I don't like to call guys quitters, but yeah, he definitely folded like a lawn chair, man. The J. Roos theory, ESPN took the longest to show a grand. Yeah, they did. They really did, man. Yep. Let's see. Larry says that's why feeling don't determine who wins, but rules and regulations. Yeah. I mean, look, again, if guys are gonna quote the rules, that's fine, right? I'm not going against the rules, but at the end of the day, it's the referee's discretion to decide what he's going to determine low and what's not low. And that's because, again, sometimes we see guys come in, their opponent might have their trunks high. I mean, how often have we heard this in the final instructions, right? Your trunks are a little high, so I'm going to allow punches right here, because they're high. You can't see where the navel is, so you have to say, hey, look, this is fine. And when I mean this, I'm talking about that belt line. Wherever the fighter's name is, usually in the front, that area is usually okay with the referee, especially if their trunks are high. So we have to try to find a way to get some sort of footage, if there is any, of the referee giving the instructions in the dressing room about what's going to be accepted as a clean punch and what isn't. Appreciate that, brother. The up nuts. That's hilarious. That body shot Usyk felt as well. He was feeling the rest of them. And then, I even seen Dan Raphael was tweeting out pictures of it wasn't even the same punch. And like, yeah, this is low, like, come on, man. Like, that type of shit just bothers me, bro. And that's exactly why I'm hard on fanboys. Because guys can't be honest about shit. Now, I'm not saying everyone that thinks it was a low blow is a fanboy. But when you're going over the top, right? Like Coppinger. Man, it's not even close. It's so obvious. This is a low blow. What the come on, man. We all know it was a 50-50 shot. And if the ref was to rule that shit a knockdown, like, look, even Jared Anderson and the referee was clear in his fight later in the night what was to be low and what's not. Well, he got away with a ton of shots right on that same area, on the part of the trunks where the name is in the front. He hit that guy, I don't know how many times there. Not one warning. So I mean, guys are being very selective with what they're doing. People doing everything to save their image of Usyk. It's hilarious. It really is, man. People going way over the top with this shit. The refs seem to be Team Usyk. Well, it's not the first time that this happened with this referee. The body shots of Big Baby Anderson would have stopped Usyk. Oh yeah, the body attack. I think that's where guys are going to go now with Usyk. It's kind of we can kind of see it now. Let's see. Larry says, "I respect your opinion, G Funky, and I'm happy that we can at least agree to disagree in harmony. I do think this leaves Hrgovic with an excellent chance if he's going to get the fight in December, though. We'll see. I think it's going to be Fury, though, man. I think they're going to ask all Herc to step aside with a little cash, and we'll get this big fight, man, that we all want, at least the hardcores. But yeah, it's all good, man. Look, as long as we don't get angry and start see, that's the problem I have with a lot of people, and that's why I don't roll with a lot of people these days, because you'll get that, Larry, where if I say one thing, they say another, and people get in their feelings. Yeah, I'm not with that. But I mean, I don't have an issue with if you guys think it's low, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just telling you my perspective and why I think it should have been a good shot, and that the referee should have started counting. Now, again, I don't know if Usyk gets up. I don't know if he beats the count and it continues. I don't know what would happen. I have no idea. So I'm not in agreeing with what I'm not agreeing with the people that are saying that Dubois should be champion right now because he knocked out Usyk. Look, I don't know. If Usyk is like, "Hey, hit me low," and he starts counting, he probably most likely he gets up, but I don't know for sure. Combat Sports Media, what's going on, brother? Shot was definitely not a low blow. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that one. And so he gets 5 minutes for. Yeah, that's the rule. 5 minutes. I mean, Bruce, you've been watching boxing a lot longer than me, man. How often have you seen, or how many times have you seen a fighter take this much time? Now, Usyk took 3 minutes and 48 seconds. That's what I clocked this morning when I rewatched the fight. For guys that got hit clearly in the nuts, straight in the fucking balls, right? I've seen that happen plenty. Those guys I have not even seen take 5 minutes, right? Zab Judah, when he fought Miguel Cotto, he got hit multiple times in the fucking balls, and he didn't take this much time. And that's a lot more painful than just getting hit on the borderline where the padding from the cup is and the cup moving up. That's a lot more painful. Now, again, everyone's different. Everyone's got a pain threshold is different, But I would think getting hit square in the fucking nuts hurts a lot more than getting hit on the top of the cup and the cup adjusts and moves up from the punch. I would think that that's going to be that would hurt a lot more, in my opinion, man. Dubois was fighting Usyk, the ref, and ESPN. Let's see. F. Jogbe really. I haven't seen that yet, man. I still have to go back and watch that. I haven't even watched the zone card, the Collazo fight. I got a lot of shit to catch up on, man. I've just been behind. Like I said, I was spending time with the family yesterday, so I didn't even watch this fight live. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch all this shit. And Stefan says it was a borderline punch, and the ref made the call. Yeah, that's what we got to live with, man. That's good call right here. The J. Roos, good call, man. Bo didn't take the full 5 minutes against Galata. He got hit with, he was getting hit with combinations to the balls, combos to the nuts. Let's see. Max Schmeling won the title from a low blow against Jack. Oh my, Sharky! Wow. Hey, it's funny, Bruce. Since you're here and you're bringing up some of these old school guys, not to get off topic, but I just discovered that the cemetery where 99% of my family is buried at here in Sacramento, and where I'm going to be buried at, I already got my plot picked out and paid for. That's the same cemetery where ex-heavyweight champion of the world, Max Baer, is buried. I just discovered that recently, man. So I'm gonna go do some work, man. I'm gonna do a video about it, and yeah, it should be pretty cool, man. But I just discovered that, kind of crazy, especially the fact that I've known this cemetery. It's just maybe a mile and a half from where I grew up, and like I said, everybody that I know pretty much is buried in that cemetery. I just found this out, man. So yeah, should be pretty cool, man, to do a video on Max Baer. Alex, my man is here, says, was on the belt. Cut it out. Shout out to G Funky Boxing. Hit the jab. The 9-1 sickness. That's right, man. That's my boy Alex, man. We're gonna hook up soon, bro. One of these fights. I'm hearing rumblings behind the scenes, man. We might get something here real soon, brother. So I'll keep you updated. Let's see. Bruce here says Max Baer was the Deontay Wilder of his generation. Yeah, and he was an actor after he retired from boxing, and yeah, his son was on the Beverly Hillbillies, the sitcom back in the 60s. So I think it was the 60s, might have been the 50s, I don't know. But yeah, he's real famous around here, man. His house that he lived in is actually still here in the Land Park area. It's literally William Land Park is like one of the biggest and oldest parks here in the city. And he literally lives right there. Like if he was to stand in his front yard and look out to the street, right across the street would be the park. So he's, his house is still there, man. So I'm looking to do some work. Even the funeral home where they had the funeral for him it's still here. People still use it. It's still operating. From what I read, Joe Louis and Jack Dempsey were pallbearers for Max Baer. So yeah, kind of crazy to hear those guys were here in my city, especially way back then, man. I believe Max Baer died in 1959 or 1960, something like that, But yeah, shout out to the living legend, man. Max Baer said he had a big right hand, took everybody out. Yeah, man. So I can't wait to get to work on that. Matter of fact, I might reach out to you, Bruce, because I know you're a really good historian. Get some information about Max. But yeah, guys, I just let's watch it again, man. I'm not seeing like a low blow like a lot of these guys are describing, man. Again, these guys like Dan Rayfield and Mike Coppinger, like they're acting like this is Bo Galata, man, when it's clearly not. Let's watch it again.
Oh, c'est même pas un coup bas.
C'est pas si bas que ça, effectivement.
Non, c'est pas un coup bas. C'est un peu.
I mean, it's not clear where the navel is, guys, where his trunks are at the moment this happened, right? Now, I seen some other guys take photos and be like, look, you can see it during the fight. That doesn't matter. Can we see it here? We can't see it here. Look. Well, his elbow was in the way there. Let me push it back. A little bit forward. Look, you can't see it there. So we can't go off of that. I've even seen guys today on Twitter say, look, there's a better angle right there. Look, you still can't see the navel. So if we're going to use that rule, right? Because I've seen that thrown out a lot today too. Anything below the navel's low. It doesn't have to be in the nuts. That's understood. The problem is we don't see his navel because his trunks are covering it. Now, that little circle, that little logo, that circle there, let's just assume that's the navel. We have to assume something is, right? And that's why we always see the referee say, in most cases, right here is okay. And they will be touching that belt line right there. So we have to assume where that circle is, that's where his navel is. So, I mean, look, dude, to me, look, that's right there. It's just, to me, it's not, look. To me, it's right there, man. Right on that border. So I think it should have been ruled a good shot, and I think you should have been counting Usyk. Whether or not he counts him out or not, I don't know. I think we would have definitely got a different reaction. That's something that I think is more likely than anything. We would have got a different reaction from Usyk if the referee goes and says down and he starts counting, right? Picks up the count from the timekeeper. He'd have probably been looking at the referee like, hit me low, and then gets up. But that right there, man, come on, guys. Like, I can't call that a low blow. If I'm the referee and I see that, I'm counting. That's just me, though. Again, it's the referee's, it's his discretion, man. So that's what we got to roll with, man. Let's see. Got a few more comments. ESPN only showed Usyk's punches landing on every single. Oh, yeah, man. And here's another problem I have with the ESPN commentary team is like, Bradley, when the shot first landed, Bradley was like, oh, like he was excited because he thought Dubois dropped him. That's at least what I got from Bradley's initial reaction. But Joe Tessitore did the same thing, right? And then once the referee determined it was zone, he goes, a horrible low blow. I'm like, wait a minute. Just literally 1 second ago, you were like, oh, Dubois with the body shot. Oh, a horrible low blow. Like, what? That was pretty quick. And again, it was so quick, bang, bang, that even the commentaries couldn't see it, the commentators, and then the replay finally shows, and then Bradley's like, hey, that looked like a good shot. I have to agree with Bradley. You guys know I don't agree with Bradley a whole lot, but I have to agree. Anyone else that night, fight gets stopped. Most likely, if they don't get up, yeah. Lesson from this fight: protect your up nuts at all times. Right. See, like, I'm not gonna allow that here, right? Because to me, that's just an outrageous take to say that he hit him in the balls. That's clearly not what happened here. And that's what Coppinger is trying to paint. That's the picture he's trying to paint. It was in the balls. This is so low, it's not even close. We shouldn't even be debating this. Like, come on, man. Like, that's the type of shit that just bothers the fuck out of me, man. Just be honest. What the fuck, Why is it so hard why is it so hard for these Usyk fanboys to just say, hey, look, Dubois caught him with a good body shot, was on the borderline, but he would have probably got up. Like, to me, that's like the most honest thing you could say about this situation, right? If you're a big Usyk fan, you'd be like, yeah, Dubois caught him, might have been a little low. Either way, my guy gets up and finishes the job, right? Why is that so hard? That's insane, man. Tough call on again on the belt. Yep, I agree. Adam Hurley says that was a vicious body shot by Dubois, and he knew he got him. That was a nice timed punch. Let's go back and watch it again. Let's see. Boom.
Oh,
Right hand to the body. I mean, that's what you want to throw. Right hands against a southpaw. Clearly hurt him, man. He was badly hurt from that body shot, man. Like, I can understand where a lot of these fans are saying, like, he was robbed of the knockout because of the way he went down. He was clearly hurt. But again, we don't know what his reaction would be if he sees the referee standing over him counting. We can't say for sure he wouldn't have got up, What we can say for sure is if, boom, that was hurt him. Look at that. And then people always, I've even heard this narrative out there too, like, oh, body shots, they're usually a delayed reaction. Nah, that's bullshit, man. When Charlo punched Jason Rosario in the stomach with that jab, he went straight down. There was no delayed reaction. Then it looked like he was going into convulsions after, which I found was a little bit strange. I had never seen anybody react that way to a body shot. But the point I'm making is, dude went straight down. And then I even seen an interview today with Dan Raphael. I believe it's on Boxing Social, where he's like, I mean, you know, it was a good body shot. Usyk gets up anyway. I mean, he's such a warrior, man. What the fuck? Like, bro, all these guys are warriors. Every single one of them. But do they all get up from a good body punch? No, they don't. These guys aren't being honest about the shit, man. That's what he said. Usyk is such a warrior, man. He would have got up. No doubt about it. You don't fucking know that, man. Because he's a warrior, you know. These guys are all warriors, man. They all deserve respect. They get in there and throw hands for a fucking living. All of them deserve respect, man. They're all warriors. But do they all get up from a good punch? No, they don't. That's such bullshit. And you're right. Honesty and boxing they don't mix. They don't. It's very rare. A rare thing these days. Round one says, Usyk said the only place he felt his opponent's power was in his balls. Why does he have balls on his waist? Exactly. The guy's not being honest, man. He's acting, bro. He's acting. Sid UK, the handshakes tell me the liver or the pancreas. Never heard of a groin shot given a man handshakes. It was on the border, but still a legal body shot. A groin shot reaction is very different. I agree. Because as hardcore fans, we've seen the type of reaction fighters have from getting punched in the balls, directly in the fucking balls, like some people are trying to make this seem. That's not the same reaction. Not at all. If Usyk got up within 10 seconds and Dubois jumped on him, the chances are he would have knocked Usyk out. There's a good possibility of that, Sid. Good possibility, because there was still 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in that round. That's a lot of time. A lot of time. What's going on, Puro Sword? What's up, man? Excuse me, guys. I won't cry for Dubois. He's 25 and made a few million above my. Got you, man. No, I mean, look, it is what it is, man. The referee ruled it a low blow. He gave Usyk. Again, he's entitled to those 5 minutes if that's what he feels he needs. That's my problem with it. That's why this was an award-worthy acting job. He was pretending like he got hit in the fucking balls, man. That's not what happened. That's not even debatable. That's not even close, Coppinger. As we said, it's so low, it's not even close, man. What are you watching, bro? And that's the sad part, too, is that guys like Coppinger and Raphael, they got thousands of subscribers, followers on social media and whatnot. People really pay attention to what these guys say. And then they're putting this narrative out there, man. Like, come on. This is the type of shit that bothers me, man. Writers shouldn't be fanboys like that, man. He's such a warrior. He would have got up and you don't know that, Dan. You can say that all you want. You can say that all you want, Dan, but you don't know for sure. Third acting job by my count. Jay Rue says Usyk is a better actor than Denzel. My man. I love Denzel, man. One of the great actors out there. I've submitted Usyk's name to the Academy. Yeah, he's going to win the Oscar on this channel this year, man, unless something else comes up. You know, just like Caleb Plant. Right now, Caleb Plant is by far the leader for the Hoist Gracie Award on this channel, right? You guys know I do awards channels every year at the end of the year on this channel. The Hoist Gracie Award right now, the clear front runner is Caleb Plant for his performance against David Benavidez. With 66 times he intentionally held and didn't get 1 point deducted in that fight. So he's most likely going to be the winner of the Hoist Gracie Award. And Usyk, right now, he's the leader when it comes to the acting job. This was terrible, man. Terrible. Like Charles Barkley said, it's terrible. Adam says here, the funny thing is I told everyone Dubois would knock him out. Oh, boy, you would have looked like a fucking genius if that happened. And look, I understand people making cases for it. Like we just don't know, man. I don't want to say for sure he would have been out. But I think once he realized that the referee ruled that shit a low blow, that, yeah, he could take time to recover. And I think he really did need some time to recover, man. For real. He was hurt to the body. Let's look at some more pictures, man, again, before I wrap this one up. But, like, see, look, this is the one that guys like Coppinger and Rayfield and a few other guys out there that are in the media have been floating around and saying, look at that. Look at that. That's low. That's way low. Like, again, trying to act like that's in the balls when it's not. Look at this impact here. That is right on the belt line, man. Here's another shot. Right on the belt line. Look at that. And then look at this. Like, come on, man. Look, this is before it lands. That's when it lands. All right? Look at that. These guys are trying to pull your leg, man. You know? You bet on the KO for, oh my God. Whoa. I bet you were pissed. You'd have won some really good money, man, for sure. A jog-based fight was kind of crazy as well. Not to get off the, I just haven't seen it yet, man. I have to watch again. Like I said, I haven't even watched the DAZN card. Man, I was close to canceling my DAZN subscription, man. The only thing that's keeping me around is Golden Boy Promotions, man. They got a loaded schedule to end the year, man. I believe they got like 5, maybe 6 now cards before the year's over. Let's see. Ryan's coming back. Jaime Munguia's coming back. Virgil Ortiz is coming back. William Cepeda is next month. Alexis Rocha. Kid Austin. That's 7. Zurdo. Yeah, 7 cards that Golden Boy has lined up for the end of the year. Yeah, that's a good schedule, man, for them. Let's see. Nothing crazy, but would have helped the cause. Well, I'm sure the odds were tremendous in your favor if he would have won. Seven, so all the people can do is speculate at this point. It's just a shame the way the fight turned out. Yep. Indeed. They got to stop letting guys pull their trunks up to their armpits. Right. I think if they want to make shit clear, they should, and again, boxing, I don't know if they'll ever do this, but like make sure that the navel is visible, I guess. And then we could say, hey, look, anything below that is a low blow. I'm going to consider a low blow and I'm going to warn you. And if you do it again, I'll take a point. See, I got to watch it, man. I haven't seen it, but that's what I've been hearing, plus 900. That'd have been a nice little payday for sure. Sid UK, some boxing pundits who are man fans of Usyk are suspect. If it was up to them, they would say, Usyk, take your pants off and show them your groin, you beast. show them where it hit you, buddy. Dude, I can't stand those type of fans, bro. They just don't want to be honest about the shit, man. I don't know why that's so hard, man. For me, it's not that hard, You guys see, I come on here all the time. I get a pick wrong. I don't give a shit, I I've been here 12 years strong, man. I ain't going nowhere. I do this shit because I love boxing, and it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Do I do my best to try to get him right and break shit down and show film? Yeah, of course. I like doing that, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day if I'm right or wrong. So, yeah, it's disappointing to see a lot of these guys uh lie, just flat out lie and not be honest about what the fuck happened. Let's see, best acting I've ever seen. UK pundit scared to go against the Ukraine agenda. Ooh, shit. Well, that's the funny thing. Rayfield's got the Ukrainian flag as his profile pic right now on X, and some people are pointing that out. I don't want to get involved in politics and shit like that here on this channel. I want to just try to keep it boxing and keep it fun for you guys. Like, this is my escape. I'm not telling you guys what to do or what to say. But yeah, this is my escape from that type of shit. Of course, we deal with politics in real life. It affects all of us in this country and in other countries, but this is where I like to come and get away from that shit. So, but I hear what you're saying, Lance. I do. I get it. But anyways, guys, look, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate you all being here. I just want to give my opinion on this, man. I had to address a few crazy narratives that have been out there about this fight and about this particular punch that some people are acting like it was a again Bo Galata, and it's not even close to that, man. Like, this was Zab Judah, Miguel Cotto and shit, like come on, man. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm working on some things this week, man. Hopefully get a few guests on for you guys. I'll be letting you guys know via the community post, so be on the lookout for that. And again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Check out James Gogi tonight on Warwick Radio Network. Always great to hear the coach. One of the best eyes in boxing. Best set of eyes you'll see in the business right now, guys. So make sure you check him out tonight. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys later. I'm out.